What is going on, guys? Nathan here, and this is Dirty Bomb. This is a free-to-play first-person shooter that is currently on Steam, and it is also in open beta at the moment. Now, basically, this game is a very fast-paced combination of Call of Duty, Team Fortress 2, and Battlefield. I would say that it has the sort of ridiculous, sort of cartoony movement feel of Team Fortress 2, the really smooth gunplay of Call of Duty, and the sort of health system that is very similar to Battlefield. And also similar to Battlefield is Dirty Bomb's objective-based game modes. So far what they have is a lot of the maps, or actually I believe all of the maps, currently have this objective game mode set up where the attacking team has to complete an objective, and if they complete the objective, they will move on to a next portion of the map, and there are typically 3 of these objectives where the attacking team will have to progress through 3 sort of stages of the map, and it's very similar to Battlefield's Rush style of gameplay. And right now, the 2 main sort of game modes that are offered is normal sort of objective-based play and stopwatch. So basically, they're pretty much the same thing. It's just stopwatch is a little bit longer. Normal objective-based gameplay is where, for example, the attacking team will just try to complete their objective, and if they complete it, the attackers win. If they don't, the defenders win. Whereas in stopwatch, the attacking team tries to complete their objective, and if they win, the time is kept track of for how long it took for them to win. Otherwise, if the defending team wins, then the defending team successfully defended. But then, the teams are switched, and the defending team has to complete the attacker's objectives in, the same or less amount of time than the attackers. Or the previous attackers now have to defend up to the point where they were able to get against the defenders. So, that sounds complicated, but it really actually isn't. Just think of it almost in Battlefield terms where you have the attackers on rush. If they attack, they win, and then basically the teams just swap, but the map stays the same. It's pretty simple like that. So there are a lot of things that I like about this game, and only a couple of things that I would suggest improving upon, and I'll give my sort of first impressions here, almost in a pro-con type of format. First of all, I really like how the game is very smooth. It's very well optimized. The graphics are nothing special, but they definitely work, and that's probably the best place for the graphics to be in a very fast-paced first-person shooter. You need smoothness more over eye candy, I suppose, and the graphics are definitely okay where they're at right now. With my rig, with a 770, GTX 770, I get about 100 frames, 100 to 90 frames on average, so that is definitely okay as long as it's above 60, and again, you really need that smoothness for a fast-paced shooter like this. I also like the audio in this game. So if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I like immersive elements in games, and I would say that the audio is definitely an immersive element in this game, or as immersive as you can be in Dirty Bomb, because it's a little bit ridiculous sometimes. Like distant gunshots, for example, sound very realistic, and it really sounds as if you're heading into a genuine sort of battle going on between these few players. But you can also, like, sound whore footsteps in the game, which is pretty cool as well. Now, it's really easy to sound whore in the game, admittedly, because you basically just need to have the audio on to be able to hear the footsteps because they're so loud. But that's also sort of cool, too. So the audio is very good, and again, I wanted to mention that because as long as we're talking about mechanical things like graphics, might as well mention the audio in there as well. What makes this game sort of unique in its own right is that it is a really fast first-person shooter, and there is constant action in this game if you really decide to seek that player traffic out. It is borderline as fast as Call of Duty, I would say, if not faster, but I really like that about this game, and I wanted to mention that because it's really good for ADD type of, like, FPS players, people who just want that rush of just, like, being in constant action all the time, and I'm a little bit sort of that first-person shooter type of player, But I really like how fast-paced this game is because it's just sort of just a jump in and play and just start shooting people and sort of casual type of shooter. But also, I've actually heard that the competitive scene is sort of getting off the ground for this game, which that's exciting to see. I would actually totally watch some competitive Dirty Bomb, given that it's not super boring and slow-paced. But yes, game is super fast, and that's a lot of fun. Another thing that I like is that in this game, the guns are pretty balanced. I was actually pretty impressed with how the guns handled. There wasn't any sort of weapon that was super overpowered over the rest. And what's really nice is that the secondaries, like the pistols, don't feel weak either. Pistols are mostly a sort of finish-off item once you run out of bullets in your magazine for your primary. And this will happen a lot because there are a lot of close quarters encounters where you might meet somebody around a corner and you start spraying from the hip. And the thing is, people are really fast in this game, so you'll definitely run out of bullets in your clip before you can finish them off. And basically, you just have to pull out your pistol at that point and hope for the best. But the pistols do like almost as much damage as the assault rifles. I think they're just weaker at a distance, which is exactly how they should be. So I was really impressed with the pistol balancing. And there is one class with a sniper rifle, and that is also pretty balanced. So the sniper rifle is only a one-shot kill in the head. Otherwise, it deals around 70 to 80 damage, I would say, for anywhere other than the head. And basically, that's good because that's out of 100, typically 100 player health points. And if the enemy that you're shooting at has taken like any damage from any sort of bullet, they'll pretty much go down with a body shot. So that's balanced as well. And an additional perk of getting a headshot with a sniper is that if you headshot somebody, they can't be revived by like a medic or something. There's sort of there's a revive mechanic in the game where anybody can pick up anybody else after they've been like killed, quote unquote, and basically, like, your average player will take around 10 seconds to pick somebody up, but medics can insta-revive. But if you're blown up like an airstrike or a grenade, obviously in real life you'd be blown to pieces, so you can't be, like, revived, and that's sort of the same thing with a headshot, which is pretty nice. I like how the classes are properly diversified and have roles in this game. So if you're playing as Aura, which is sort of the main medic, and she's also one of the first classes that you unlock, you sort of know that you are Aura because she has a few like unique characteristics. First of all, she has a shotgun, which is not a unique thing, I don't think, but it's her like starting weapon, and it really complements her class because Aura, for example, is super fast. She's pretty weak, but she's really fast, a lot like the Scout from Team Fortress 2. So when you play as Aura, you know that you're playing as Aura because you can heal people, you're reviving people, and you're moving around super fast with a shotgun, which is really nice. And I mean, any other class, like Sky Hunter, for example, you know you're playing as Sky Hunter because he has this, he's sort of the mid-rangey type of class. He has a decent amount of health, he has a nice assault rifle that works at a distance, and he can obviously call in airstrikes, which is why he's called Sky Hunter. So I really like how the classes are pretty flushed out in the game. And that's pretty much that. They're pretty balanced as well. There isn't really one class that dominates over any other. In higher level Dirty Bomb, I'm sure the medics are probably a little bit more powerful, but as it is in just regular pubs, everybody's pretty useful. You know, the airstrikes called in by Sky Hunter are very useful when everybody's crowded on an objective. Otherwise, classes that can provide ammo are important too, because people do tend to run out of ammo in this game because it takes a lot of shots to kill somebody, and people are really fast, so there ends up being a lot of missed shots. So it's just all of the classes are really balanced. There isn't really one that is especially powerful or annoying or anything like that, which is very nice. And that's pretty much all of the things that I like about this game, all of the things that I stood out that make the game an absolute blast, and there's a lot of them. I mean, it's taken me this long to get to this point to move on to the sort of cons of the game. But basically, okay, so this first one is a little bit tricky, but in an ideal world, I would like the respawn timer to be a bit shorter within the game, and the thing is, like, when you play Dirty Bomb, it's a really fast-paced sort of action-y atmosphere, but when you die, the respawn timer can be as high as 20 seconds, and that's just a stark contrast from the sort of go mentality when you're actually playing the game. Now, I realize that it's probably a little bit harder just for balancing purposes to mess with the respawn timer, but when, like, for example, when you're getting killed over and over by people because they're just clearly better than you, if not, I mean, if they have better weapons or just better aim or just they have a better team overall and your team is really struggling, having, you know, upwards of a 15-second respawn timer can be really frustrating when you're just spending all of your time spectating other people because you're dead. So, that would be a little bit nicer, I would say. It's pretty tricky for balancing purposes, but I felt that it needed to be mentioned anyway. So this next one is probably not as necessary to say, but the game needs more maps and more game modes. Again, this game is an open beta, so technically in early access, and in early access you typically don't have a lot of content like that, but the game can't survive on its current amount of game modes. There's only like 4 or 5 maps maybe, and all of the game modes are pretty much the same. You have to take an objective and move up to the next one. Like, I'd like something really fun, like King of the Hill or something like that. Like, King of the Hill would be a blast on this game, or something like something really like, oh, if you had, you know, even something like Headquarters from Call of Duty, where you have this sort of main zone that perhaps changes, or some sort of, I don't know. It just needs more maps, new game modes, more content overall to keep people playing. And then the other thing that I don't really like is that being in this game is free to play. I understand that the game needs to make money somehow, but the sort of loadout mechanics for the game I don't really like, because basically how it works is that you can buy these, what are cases, essentially. Think of them as crates from Team Fortress 2, and when you open them, you have a chance of getting a certain loadout for a different class. And basically, so I might open a case for Bushwhacker that might have, like, instead of, I don't know, I don't even know what the Bushwhacker carries for weapons, but let's just say he normally carries in his default loadout a Scar H. So instead of having a Scar H, in this loadout I might have an M16 or something. And in addition, the higher level, so they're different rarities of these loadouts. They're like loadout cards, and basically the rarer the loadout card that you get, the better the actual loadout is. So literally, the more stronger you are in game. So you might have a perk like, okay, you can melee 25% faster, and you can also reload 25% faster with this super ultra rare loadout card. And the thing is that I would rather have some sort of method of, like, buying loadouts with credits or whatever, or even spending money on guns, than randomly receiving these loadout cards, which I have no control over how I receive them. It's not that, like, it's not necessarily that I want to receive some super ultra powerful loadout with these amazing perks, but like, if I wanted to run an SMG on Aura instead of a shotgun, which is her normal weapon, like, I have to randomly get a loadout to do that, and that sort of sucks. Like, you don't have true customization over your characters. It's all just random assignment. So I guess if you wanted to spend a ton of money on the game, you could get a bunch of different loadout cards, but for your average person, I don't know that that's really something that they would want to do, and I would rather have some sort of free-to-play system in which things can be unlocked either through credits or just buying them. As it is, it either costs money or costs credits to unlock characters, which is totally fine. Again, that's sort of standard free-to-play model. But changing your character's weapon is something that I would prefer to not leave to random chance. So that's pretty much all I got for the cons. Again, just like time spent on this video and the pros versus cons is very, very promising, and the game is really fun, so you guys should totally check out this game on Steam. Dirty Bomb, it's free to play. There is actually a beginner pack for $30. It hooks you up with, it's actually a pretty good deal. It hooks you up with 5 new mercenaries and I think 50,000 credits, which will buy you, so for example, one of the most expensive characters I think is like 50,000 credits, so you can either buy like a brand new mercenary with those credits or a bunch of cases to unlock some loadout cards. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I guess I'd have to look into it, but the Steam page advertises a $50 value for $30, so take that as you will. But otherwise, that is Dirty Bomb, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, so I guess here's where I'll wrap up the video. So thank you all for watching. As always, feel free to leave a rating on the video, and feel free to subscribe and all of that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys later.
Is there ammo? Is there like an ammo thingy in here?
How did I kill 2? I killed 3 of your teammates, Colt, with the objective.
I'm so freaking scared.
Tell me how that works.
Objective returned.
You keep getting this freaking rhino up and he just goes down immediately. This is freaking torture. Just to constantly die and be revived. It's not about killing the guys, it's about killing the freaking medical stations.
It's all about killing those.
Oh, they're lasering.
They're freaking flanking. They're hardcore flanking.
Okay, seriously?
Are you serious? She defibed me.
What shit? Ambush us.
There might be a sniper, Josh. Yep.
Let's commit to the side where your heart is on your body.
I'm pretty sure Colt's smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah. Screw you, Josh! You know what? I'm gonna attack the right side just because you said that. Laser!
Oh, hello. Turns around, sees the laser going right on him. Getting shot there, boyo.
Like nobody's dying. They're just kind of, it's just kind of a stalemate.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Kind of annoying.
They got us pinned down.
Yes, I finally got somebody.
Can't break the stalemate here, sir. What should we do?
Oh, I alt-tabbed. God dang it.
You're fine.
Hold our position. Alright, sir.
Surprisingly still alive.
Need airstrikes.
Ow.
Also,
So
all
many
have
of them.
fun.
Why am I, the medic, one pushing up the farthest?
Ah,
What?
Okay.
Just
Okay.
Scrubs. Oh man. Need a fragger. I think you.
We have the objective.
You have 10,000
Freaking
points,
kill the
Josh.
guy
Oh
with
my
the-
gosh.
Holy crap. You guys are-
Dude, this Vasily is more annoying than anything. Like, he's just watching my quarter, not even helping this team.
One shot it again.
Fucking lasers. Fucking kill a bitch. Paul, come here.
What do you want?
I said I was gonna kill a bitch.
I hate you.
Tell me something I don't know.
What is that?
I hate how everyone seems to kill me in one hit.
Oh, get wrecked, Cole? Oh.
I freaking. I'm not dead.
Objective returned.
Get me
Oh.
up, please. There's
Guys.
medical people over here.
Lovely. Bad
There-
Cole.
Guys, now's our chance.
Is there?
Go, go,
Yeah,
go.
okay, let's just go in. Or airstrike. Or airstrike.
5 people.
We're somehow holding out. This is just amazing.
Our
know.
objective is at our spawn, so...
Yeah, someone needs to grab it
I will.
and bring it all the way back.
Nah, I gotta pay.
Also, I'm
We
Skyhammer,
have the
so
objective.
just
No one cares.
watch
Throw an
out.
airstrike by the rock.
I tried to,
Oh
but
god, I got sniped.
Don't let Scott near the freaking
So
fuck.
many people watching that.
Deliver the bloody objective.
what? That was not underground.
Oh, die.
Why the freak won't that health station die?
Hey, that.
What? Oh.
What, the one that you've been throwing grenades at?
Yeah.
Because I see your grenade, so I pick it up and back up, then it goes off and I lay it down again.
How do you pick it up?
I think we lost. We just lost our
Josh, how do you pick it up?
Pick up a med? Yeah, just press F.
I thought you were talking about a grenade.
No.
No.
Objective returned.
This is so
I
amazing.
literally have
How-
to bum rush this. Oh no, Liam won't get it.
I
Oh.
just destroyed their whole team.
Yes. This,
We have
if you had a chance, this is now the time. Oh,
If I could have only landed that earlier.
I win.
mission failed.
Shut up.